Genuine Ford and Motorcraft air conditioning parts offer advantages over many aftermarket competitors. The heart of any air conditioning system is the compressor. By definition, it compresses refrigerant gas, which is then sent via the discharge line to the condenser. As the gas moves from the top of the condenser to the bottom, it is compressed into a liquid, causing a drop in temperature. This cooler liquid is then sent through a liquid line where it is driven through a narrow hole, either an orifice tube or an expansion valve, where the pressure of the liquid is further increased and the temperature drops even more. The liquid is then sent to the evaporator, where cabin air moving through the evaporator causes the special refrigerant liquid to boil back into a gas. The evaporator allows the refrigerant to absorb large amounts of heat and humidity, which is then carried outside the vehicle. Finally, the hot gas is sent to the accumulator, where water droplets are removed and the gas is sent back to the compressor to repeat the process. Only genuine Ford and Motorcraft AC parts are built to stringent Ford Motor Company specifications. Unlike many aftermarket competitors who must take original parts and re-engineer them without knowing the original specifications. Plus, our parts are built to fit the exact Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury vehicle. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach that many competitors use, where the same part may be built for a Ford, a Chevrolet, or a Toyota. Of course, the competitive landscape in automotive air conditioning also includes strong domestic competitors. While many of these are well-known companies that have a national presence, most do not cover the full line of Ford products. Fit issues can be a problem with some aftermarket air conditioning parts. For example, condenser brackets may have to be re-drilled to fit in the original factory radiator support mounting hole. That's extra labor time for a fit that will not be as good as the original part. Poorly fabricated aftermarket parts could cause comebacks. Weak welds can cause the condenser tube to split, or a worn-out compressor clutch can cause a banging or clanking noise. And even if the repair is covered by warranty, it's still unnecessary shop time when technicians could be working on customer-paid work, and there's an upset customer. The genuine Ford and Motorcraft quality advantage encompasses a lot of territory, from materials and design to testing, manufacturing, and ongoing innovation. Motorcraft starts with high-quality materials, not just for the obvious things like the metal for the compressor and condenser, but also for the seals, type of alloys, and so on. Take Motorcraft compressors, for example. Tin-coated swash plates enhance strength and durability. Forged aluminum pistons provide maximum life in low lubrication, high-temperature conditions. Dual center seam seals protect against leaks. And the rubber-dampened clutch minimizes clutch noise during engagement. And it's not just compressors where the Motorcraft quality story is obvious. Here's a line drawing of a Motorcraft condenser that illustrates the tubes and fins that run between the manifolds. The cutaway picture shows extruded tubes and louvered fins. The more tubes and fins, the larger the surface area for the refrigerant and air to come in contact with. This means more effective cooling. Competitive designs, on the other hand, may reduce the number of tubes and fins, which decreases cost, but also lessens cooling power. Motorcraft air conditioning parts are designed and built specifically for each Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury product, whereas some aftermarket competitors take a one-size-fits-all approach. That means shop technicians will have to spend more time modifying the parts to make them fit on the vehicle, and that has quality implications as well. If that technician has to bend a hose to make it fit, the hose is much more likely to become brittle and break a few months later. Genuine Ford and Motorcraft OE air conditioning parts undergo rigorous 10-year, 150,000-mile performance and durability testing. One more example of how the Ford Motor Company stands behind these products. Motorcraft's manufacturing processes are also important. It's not just being able to meet exact specifications, but being able to meet them as products roll off of the line day after day, month after month, year after year. Motorcraft's products have a proven track record long before they make it to you. Another advantage is that ongoing enhancements mean the end customer will benefit from continuous improvements to the parts. While the competition may still be copying the original part, genuine Ford and Motorcraft parts benefit from ongoing design and manufacturing enhancements. With Motorcraft, you can be confident you are getting the latest and greatest products for your Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury vehicle. And of course, all Motorcraft AC system parts carry a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. A couple of years ago, Motorcraft introduced a loaded compressor that has become very popular because it saves installation time. This assembly combines the compressor, pulley, coil, pre-shimmed clutch, and refrigerant oil into one assembly, so there's no need to order multiple parts. And because the unit is a direct bolt-on for the technician, the loaded assembly saves installation time. Motorcraft also offers a complete line of remanufactured compressors and loaded compressors, designed to compete at low price points or for older vehicles. Once again, quality and durability are the key selling points for Motorcraft. The compressor may be the heart of a vehicle's air conditioning system, but it is important to consider the entire system when making a repair. Just replacing the compressor may not be enough. Here's Core Programs Manager Brett Charlick to tell us why.
When a compressor fails, metal gets flying around inside the compressor and it lodges behind the suction valve. This allows debris to fly backwards through the system as well as forward. So our goal when we're cleaning up an AC system is to try to get it back to the way it was originally when it was new. So of course you'd replace the compressor with a Motorcraft compressor or remanufactured compressor. You put a condenser on it if it's a multi-pass condenser, accumulator or filter dryer, O-ring kits. Whenever you disturb an O-ring, they should be replaced. An expansion device, which would be an orifice tuber, TXV valve, and then of course PAG oil and refrigerant.
It is important to remember that air conditioning is a vehicle system. That means checking various components when diagnosing and repairing. Does the condenser hold pressure? Is the accumulator contaminated and/or leaking? Is the O-ring brittle or cracked? Are refrigerant and oil levels adequate? And are the hoses cracked or brittle? Stringent Ford Motor Company specifications designed for the precise vehicle you drive. Continuous improvement, excellent manufacturing processes, and extensive testing. All important advantages for these genuine Ford and Motorcraft air conditioning parts.